For the last 6 months, I've been collecting hundreds of results, particularly around the cocaine study. The study represents how much they've been spending on it per week, how long they've been addicted, and even the gender of those people. It's been 400 people's data that I've collected. 380 of those are men, 20 of those are women. And in that data and research, I'm going to share with you the results, and it's absolutely staggering. But first, before I do that, two things. Number one, how much do you think the average coke user spends on coke per week? Second, well, still part of the first one, I suppose, how long do you think that average user is been using or has been using that substance? So there's two questions that I'm prompting to you. And the second thing is, I'm Gary. I go by Gary the Expert. I'm a best-selling author, an ex-addict, and now I have over 100 reviews helping addicts get out of their substance, particularly around coke. This video is. With that being said, the first answer to that question of how much does an average coke user spend, it is staggering. It is shocking. I've collected all the information. It is an average of €281 per week. An average of €281 per week, the cocaine user is using coke. The second question that I prompted earlier, how much on average do you think that coke user is using for how long? And I broke it down into 0 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 plus years. The average of those is 9.5 years. €281, 9.5 years, and if you do the maths on that, that is over 139,000 euros in 10 years. 20 years, obviously double than that. That is a staggering amount. So you might say, if I just stop my addiction right now, I'll have €281 per week. Well, it's actually, there's a funny story that I can give you. There's an old accountant sitting in a bar. In fact, a guy is sitting in a bar. And then an accountant comes over and says, "Sure, Jesus, how often are you in this pub? How frequently are you smoking, or how frequently are you drinking?" He said, "Oh, jeez, I'm drinking a pack. I'm smoking a pack every day. I'm drinking every day as well in here." Oh, and she goes, "Jeez, you know how much money you'd be able to save if you didn't do that, right?" And he goes, "Oh, well, sure, Jesus, how much would I be able to save on that?" And she goes, "Well, I've done the maths, and it's around €40,000 per year. That means in 10 years you'd be able to get a Lamborghini." And he goes, the guy in the bar goes, "Well, do you smoke and do you drink?" She goes, No, I don't smoke or drink." And he goes, "Well, where's your Lamborghini, huh?" It's a funny tale expressing the idea that even if you did get €281 back throughout your week, it doesn't mean that you're not going to squander it. But I can tell you, this substance is toxic. I have in other videos described what coke is made of, and I've also got a school community down below. There is videos in there, and I describe and even show Gordon Ramsay clip of what it's made of. It's a free course. You get 4 or 5 videos, maybe even a little bit more than that. In fact, around the coke course, and alcohol is another course in there. Free course, absolutely join with the link down below. With that being said, I hope you have a absolute fantastic day. In the next episode, I'll be curious to know if you're going to be there. Hit the like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate those too. And connect with me on all social medias at Gary the Expert. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.